Hi, hello and welcome to another session on digital signal processing. In today's session, we'll see the design of IIR filter by using this impulse invariant transformation. So here in this method, the desired impulse response is obtained by sampling the impulse response of the analog filter. So if you see this analog filter in time domain, we write like this HA of t. The suffix a denotes that it is the filter function in the time domain. Then if you see this capital T is the sampling interval and the digital filter function is written as h of n. Now we need to equate HA of t and h of n. So just write h of n is equal to HA of t, where t is equal to n into t. Here n is the number of samples and capital T is the sampling frequency. Now when we apply Laplace transform on this analog filter function, Laplace transform of HA of t, so we get the filter function in the Laplace domain or S domain. So this is written as HA of S. Now here we'll take one system function where HA of S is equal to summation I equal to 1 to n AI divided by S minus Pi, where t is equal to nt. Again n is the number of samples and t is the sampling frequency. So from this HA of S, to get back HA of t, we need to apply the inverse Laplace transform. Therefore, this HA of t is equal to Laplace inverse of HA of S. So, apply Laplace transform on this equation, we get Laplace inverse of summation I equal to 1 to n AI divided by S minus Pi. So, if you see this, we have an equation for inverse Laplace transform. If you have Laplace inverse of 1 by S minus A, it is written as e raised to plus at, and if we have Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus a, we get e raised to minus at. So here also for this equation we get this Laplace inverse as this one, summation I is equal to 1 to n ai. Here ai is the constant term, then 1 by s minus pi. If you apply Laplace transform on this, we get e raised to pi n into t and ua of nt. Here ua of t is the unit step function. In the next step, we need to transform the filter function from analog to the digital form. So this is the equation in time. This is the term in the time domain. We write this as h of n. We just equate it to HA of t. So this is also equal to, again write the same equation, summation I is equal to 1 to n ai e raised to pi nt into ua of nt. Now to get the filter function in digital domain, we need to apply Z transform on this equation h of n. So h of z is equal to Z transform applied on h of n. So this is the equation for Z transform. Summation n is equal to 0 to infinity h of n into z raised to minus n. So here this function h of n is equal to this whole expression. So in place of h of n, write this. So here we have the summation n equal to 0 to infinity. So right here summation n is equal to 0 to infinity. Then in place of h of n, we need to write this complete equation. Again there we have summation I is equal to 1 to n ai e raised to pi nt into ua of nt. This multiplied by this last term, that is z raised to minus n. Now here we need to interchange the order of summation. So this h of z is equal to summation, first write the second summation. So I is equal to 1 to n, then write the other summation. N is equal to 0 to infinity ai e raised to pi nt into ua of nt. Then we have this z raised to minus n term. So write this as it is. Next, again we write the summation I is equal to 1 to n, summation n is equal to 1 to infinity, then ai into, now here if you see both of these two terms, e raised to pi nt and this z raised to minus n. So here the common thing in this powers of both of these two terms is n. So we can write like this, e raised to pi into t multiplied with z raised to minus 1. Okay. Then we can write n here. So you can see this formula here. If we have an infinite geometric series, we write like this, 1 divided by 1 minus a. Okay, so apply this equation for this one. For n is, here we have the infinite series, n is equal to 0 to infinity into this one, e raised to pi of t into z to the power of minus 1. So this can be written like this, ai divided by 1 minus e raised to pi of pi into t into z inverse. So this is the final expression we get. Summation I is equal to 1 to n ai divided by 1 minus e raised to pi into t into z inverse. In the next step we need to so that's all. This is the final expression, z h of z. Okay, so this is the impulse invariant transformation which is obtained by this method. So here we have converted the Laplace domain function into this equation. So this is the equation in the Laplace domain, 1 by s minus pi. So this is transformed to this form, 1 divided by 1 minus e raised to pi into t into z inverse. So this is the Laplace domain. If you see, this is the left half of the plane, LHP is left half of the plane and RHP is the right half of the plane. So on the x-axis we take the real term sigma, and on the y-axis we take this imaginary term j omega. And this is the z domain. So we have a unit circle here. Radius of the circle is equal to 1. On the x-axis we have plus 1. This side it is minus 1. And this is the imaginary axis. We have plus j on the top and minus j towards this negative y-axis. So this is the condition for an analog filter to be stable. All the poles should lie towards the left half of this S plane. Whereas if you see this digital filter, for a digital filter to be stable, all the poles should lie inside this unit circle in the Z plane. So that's all about this impulse invariant transformation. Thank you for watching.